Good morning. Next topic, that is climatic change. So there are few effects of climatic change: rising sea level, economic losses, droughts creation, and the heat cramps, heat exhaustion, and heat strokes, rising temperatures, more and worse storms, more and worse forest fires, more animal extinctions. So this is about a climatic change. The climatic change, one of the major topic is that is global warming. So what is a global warming? Warming means atmosphere and ocean and oceans rising sea levels, changing rainfall patterns, expansion of deserts in the subtropics, more flooding in coastal areas, melting of polar ice caps, melting of glaciers, more extreme weather events, ocean acidification, extinction of animal and plant species, food security, threats for humans. The gradual so definition is the gradual increase in the Earth's temperature caused by high level of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. That is known as global warming. So what is greenhouse effect? When a solar radiation passes through the clear atmosphere, most of the radiation is absorbed by the Earth's surface and warms it. And remaining radiation, some solar radiation, is reflected by the Earth and the atmosphere. So some of the infrared radiations passes through the atmosphere, and some is absorbed and some is re-emitted in all molecules. The effect of this is to warm the Earth's surface and, and to maintain the temperature on the Earth for the survival and living. And this is known as greenhouse effect. So these are the few gases are responsible for the greenhouse effect. One is carbon dioxide, another one is methane, nitrous oxide, hydrofluorocarbons, perfluorocarbons, and sulfur dioxide. These are the few gases are mainly responsible for the global warming. So in the carbon dioxide, when it is when we are going to move the topic that is global warming, the concentration of these gases is increasing day by day. So more amount of heat is trapped by these molecules and stored that radiation on the Earth's surface. That leads to global warming. Initially, the gases percentage, the concentration and the percentage is very less. So these gases which absorb, which traps heat and stores on the Earth's surface or Earth's atmosphere to maintain the temperature. That is greenhouse effect. Now these gases traps heat traps more amount of heat than the required one. So it leads to global warming. So first one is first major important gases, that is carbon dioxide. It is invisibility is what causes global warming. So greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide are invisible to visible light. Sunlight passes through our atmosphere and warms the air. However, greenhouse gases like a blanket, trapping some of the Earth's heat as it escapes back out to space. Burning of fossil fuels, the major source for the carbon dioxide is burning of fossil fuels and another decomposition process. releases the increase the concentration of carbon dioxide. These extra gases traps more heat, causing global warming. So here the carbon dioxide percentage, its concentration in atmosphere is 355 ppm, and its stability in our atmosphere is nearly 500 years. And the second major important gas is that is methane gas, so which traps heat that is nearly 25 times more than the carbon dioxide, and its percentage responsible for the greenhouse gas emissions is nearly 16%, which is the second biggest global warming gas, that is methane. And the major source for the methane is ruminants and rice cultivation, biggest culprits, 28 times more than powerful than carbon dioxide and then heat. And it stays in atmosphere is nearly 12 years. And another one is chlorofluorocarbons. So these chlorofluorocarbons, its percentage in the greenhouse effect is nearly 13%. And the major sources for the CFCs are aerosol spray cans, coolants in refrigerators and air conditioners. So these are the major sources which traps heat nearly 1500 to 7000 times more than the carbon dioxide, and it stays in the atmosphere that is nearly 65 to 110 years in the atmosphere. So slowly it moves from the first layer to second layer. So it traps more amount of heat. This is more responsible for the global warming. So these are the indicators, and these are the effects of the global warming. So day by day, our temperature is increasing. So rise in sea level. First one is glaciers or ice caps are slowly melt down because of temperature rising. So this water is traveled and reached to the oceans, and the ocean level, that is rise in sea level, we are observing the ocean heat content. So the temperature of the oceans are gradually increasing than the average temperature. Temperature over land is also increasing. So there is a effect on the humans and plants and aquatic animals. So especially in the humans, it leads to skin diseases. That is the first impact. That is the first and major impact. And where it has aquatic life, so the aquatic life can only survive in a suitable temperature. The temperature of the oceans increasing, so the aquatic life may not survive at this temperature. This is the second disadvantage. And on the plants, the temperature is increasing. Mm, We are observing an adequate rainfall, so it affects the plant growth and reduces the plant productivity, and this leads to indirectly affects the socio-economic conditions of the world. So this is the major impacts of the global warming. Thank you.